Good day, ladies and gents, my name is Hilzo, welcome to Discuss Things, and welcome to this video. This is a bit of an improv video because I just received some news about Black Myth Wukong while I was working, so I rushed home from work to make this video. So we have the first and the official test benchmark 2 from Steam that is completely free to install on your machine and benchmark your settings and your specifications to see how the game would potentially work. I've done that and it's going to be a little bit further down the line. I did the benchmark, I explained in that portion section what kind of a machine I have and if I'm happy with the expectations. Now the reason I'm making this video is because today I saw a tweet from Pirate Nation, here it is, that Black Myth Wukong has DRM de nouveau installed, like it's running with that DRM third-party controller in this case. I wasn't entirely sure what de nouveau actually did. I've only heard the name a couple of times in the past, and from what I gathered, it's a third party that it's an anti-pirating software with a lot of problems in it, because running this software basically makes your game entirely online, if I'm to believe comments and what was written on Reddit, and it also crashes your machine and makes it expand much more power and just run on very high RPMs and tire your whole settings out, while at the same time bringing the performance of the game down. So I had to test this personally. Now I do have an older machine that I'm using as my computer. I currently cannot do anything more than that, and the settings, I explained them and they're visible in the clip that you're gonna see in just a little bit while. But the interesting story is that while in my opinion the benchmark performed very well on my PC, a lot of people were very concerned about this. They're talking about that it's going to mess the performance, they're gonna wait until it's cracked, they're gonna wait for the Empress. The Empress, if I read correctly, is the cracking tool that is basically the arch nemesis of the nouveau. So we have lore on those things already. We have a lot of angry comments. Like, a lot of people are very like reasonably, I think, upset, because if I know anything about DRM, and it's not a lot, is that they basically make the game like you purchase as a rental, and they can basically take off your access to the game at any time for any reasons. This actually happened with a game recently. I don't remember the name, and I'm having a brain fart because it was big news just before I returned to YouTube a couple of months ago. But if that's true, that means that anyone who buys the game is basically renting, in a sense, the game, and they're just hoping that the developer removes the DRM controller, which they do in a couple of months after the game is released. They're probably installing it so it doesn't get pirated right off the bat. And I can understand that, because you're a company, you want to make it big. Like, this is a huge game and it's probably a game of the year material, and they want to preserve it and to gather as much success as possible. I remember that actually I read that this is going to be a major breakthrough and they need a major win, like the developer said that. So yeah. And in addition, we have another post from Pirate Nation, who posted that supposed reviewers started to leak Black Myth Wukong details, and the leaks are actually pretty wild. 25 hours long of main storyline. One said he finished it in 27 hours. Another reviewer says he missed side content. One reviewer says that the game has more than 50 transformations. Yeah, I got that in my previous video, that he has, I think, 76 earthly transformations like Wukong has than the main character. So if you have 50, maybe you can additionally unlock the other ones. The skill tree is very small by another reviewer, and it's built around transforming, which I would actually love, because I do love transformations and just doing combos with transformations. It's very easy for Souls fans, which one more win for me, because I cannot endure Souls games. I love watching someone else play them. I just cannot. Graphics really good. Game is not a boss rush. You can fight hordes of enemies in the game. Both say the game is good enough to run for Game of the Year. Say it is worth $60, which is the price of the game without the exclusive edition. And 8.5 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 is what these reviewers gave her. So if we are to trust any of what I just said, it would seem that this game is a definitely runner-up for Game of the Year. And as I mentioned in my previous video, it's not that hard with the state of gaming this year, but still, it would be very nice to have a game that is actually worth playing. So I will be buying the game, however, I will be buying it at release. I will not pre-order, and I just know that I'm going to have fun with this game. I will be playing it on this channel. I'll do a Let's Play series, and additionally maybe move to another of my channels for additional gameplay content, but I can't wait for it to release. I hope nothing goes wrong. I just hope that everything that we've read, heard, and saw for the game is true and we're not disappointed. August 20th is very close, only 1 week away, and I am actually excited about a new video game, which has not happened in a very long time. And now I leave you with the benchmark and my absolutely idiotic comments on the matter. Enjoy. Alright, this is the benchmark 2 for Black Myth Wukong. Oh, gotta stretch. Let's see. Press any button. Let's see. Settings. Gameplay. Allow that the collection. Yeah, sure. Fuck off. Right. Super resolution overall. Okay, I think they're gonna. Let's see benchmark. Let's see the benchmark. I think it's gonna be fine, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Like having this too is actually pretty awesome. At least I'll know if I can even purchase the game and play it. Ooh. Right, so my machine is like 7 years old. I'm on a 1070 OC graphics card. I have 32 gigs of RAM, recently updated. I do have an SSD, but I do have a 2070 mid Ryzen processor. I think it's an i3 or an i5. I don't know. I don't know exactly my specific number, but yeah, it's like 8 cores or something. Okay, 61 FPS. I'm actually very happy about that. Ooh. Okay, we took a little bit of time of rendering those faces. Looks decent enough, I think, for 60 FPS. We'll see. Like, this is probably mid graphics or something. I hope. Like, that at least it's not on minimum graphics. This is what happens when you're just starting YouTube and you don't have any dividends or money up. Just lagged a little bit. And you don't have any money to support yourself in the pursuit of a good machine. We'll have to fix that in the future, because I do plan on playing a lot of new games. Right. 67 FPS. I like that. I can get that. I know that for most people it's like plebeian, low tier, dirt in the mud, like kind of performance, but yeah. Okay, it'll be the wider, so 61, 63. Yes, it's holding around 60, which it's perfectly fine for me. I'm an older type of player, so I've played games from 25 FPS, I've played games from 30 FPS, I've played games from 60, on 120, I can do everything on that scale, so it's okay. Whoa. But it is beautiful, like, it is beautiful, I gotta say, it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I should be doing something or not. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. Display mode, borderless, texture quality medium. 120 to 810. Yeah, my monitor is also a very old Philips, so medium, super resolution 60, motion blur strong, view distance quality medium, full ray tracing off of course, anti-aliasing quality medium, super resolution something FSR, I don't know what that is, post effects quality medium, frame generation on, shadow quality medium, DX12 is on. Yeah, okay, Ryzen 5 16X6 core processor. This is my fucking processor. And 1070, it's no C or no T or whatever. Like some, like it was marketed as the gaming performance version. I might be able to tweak it, but like this computer is barely holding on. I can't even put my RAM on 36,000 megahertz because the motherboard cannot support it. It's an older MSI that's still being used, but for some reason I just can't run it, and I have to go to some specialist or receive some other help. So because I haven't been able, it just starts beeping and it doesn't run. But it is 32 gigabytes of RAM. At least that's that at least it detects them. Alright, VRAM, low 57 FPS, the average is 64, minimum is 21, maximum is 74. Okay, so the game is playable. That's at least good.